Today is our podcast, and I feel so good because it is a rest day. I waited all week for this day because I was very tired from work. My body needed time to relax, and my mind needed to feel calm again, too. On a rest day, I feel peaceful, happy, and comfortable. I want to sleep more, eat slowly, and enjoy small things. I think rest days are important for a healthy and happy life.
I agree with that, because rest days help us feel normal again after many busy days. I sometimes forget about resting because I work a lot and always think about tasks. When I wake up on a rest day, I feel like the world is soft and slow, and I really love that feeling. I want to relax, enjoy my time, and stop thinking about stress. Rest days help me feel strong again and give me new energy for the next days. I think everyone needs a rest day, not only for the body, but also for the heart and mind.
Rest days mean comfort for me because I can do what I like without any pressure. I love sleeping without an alarm, drinking coffee slowly, and listening to calm music. My emotions change on a rest day. Suddenly, everything feels better, warmer, and more beautiful. When life is very busy, rest feels like a gift to myself. I think people should not feel guilty when they rest because rest is not being lazy. Rest is taking care of ourselves.
That is very true, because many people think rest is wasting time, but I think rest is actually saving energy. When we rest, our body repairs, our mind becomes clear, and our heart becomes light again. I love simple rest, like sitting on the sofa, closing my eyes, and just breathing quietly. Sometimes I watch the sky or listen to silence, and I feel safe and free. I think rest helps us understand ourselves and feel more alive. Without rest, life becomes too fast and too heavy.
Sometimes rest means doing nothing, and that is okay. When I do nothing, I can think about my feelings and understand myself better. I can notice my stress, my dreams, my happiness, and even my fears. I become more connected to myself and my emotions. After rest, I feel ready to move forward again. I think rest helps us balance life.
For me, rest also helps with motivation, because after resting, I want to work again and do things better. When I never rest, I feel frustrated, tired, and negative about everything. But after a rest day, I feel fresh, positive, and excited again. I think rest gives us hope and inspiration. When life becomes too loud, rest turns the volume down. I love the quiet hours when I can feel peace inside.
Yes, I want to share my rest day feelings with our listeners because many people forget to relax. Some people always run, work, and fight to be productive, but they forget to enjoy life. A rest day is not a weakness, it is strength, because we choose to care about ourselves. When I rest, I feel love for my life and my body. My mind becomes slow, soft, and warm. I want everyone listening to understand that rest is important, not only sometimes, but regularly.
I think our listeners need to hear that, because life today is very fast and people are always busy. Many people wake up tired, go to sleep tired, and never stop to breathe. A rest day is like a small holiday, even if you stay at home. It gives space for peace and healing. On a rest day, I remember what happiness feels like in simple things. Rest reminds me that I am human, not a machine. I want our listeners to take rest seriously.
I feel excited to talk about this topic because it is close to my heart. When I think about rest, I think about love for ourselves and love for life. I think we need to change the way we talk about rest. Instead of saying, I am lazy, we should say, I'm taking care of myself. Rest should be something we are proud of, not ashamed of. I want our episode today to help people rest without guilt.
Yes, I want that too, because rest makes us better in every way. After resting, we can work better, smile more, and enjoy life more. It makes our relationships better because we become calmer and kinder when we are not tired. It makes work better because our minds work faster and smarter when we feel good. It makes our dreams easier because we have more energy for them. I think rest gives us hope and inspiration. When life becomes too loud, rest turns the volume down. I love the quiet hours when I can feel peace inside.
Sometimes rest has different moods, and I think that is interesting. Some rest days feel very cheerful, like I want to laugh, play music, and dance. Some feel quiet, like I want silence, a warm blanket, and no movement. Both are good because they come from my emotions and needs. I follow my feelings and choose what I want. It feels nice when I listen to myself without judgment.
Yes, rest can feel different every time, depending on our minds and hearts. Sometimes rest is full of energy and big smiles, like a personal party. But sometimes rest is soft and slow, like a gentle hug for the soul. I think we need both kinds depending on our emotional health that day. It's important to understand what the body and heart need. Rest is a conversation with ourselves, and we need to listen.
On a rest day, I like to look around my home and feel thankful. I feel happy that I have a bed to relax in and a warm place to stay. I feel thankful for food, for blankets, and for comfort. I don't think about what I don't have. I think about what I do have. This feeling makes me calm and satisfied. Rest makes my heart full of gratitude.
I also feel grateful when I rest, because I remember that I am lucky to have a safe space to relax. Many people in the world cannot rest because they have difficult lives, and I think about that sometimes. It helps me appreciate my rest more and not take it for granted. When I feel grateful, my stress becomes smaller and my heart becomes bigger. Gratitude makes rest more powerful and more beautiful. I think rest teaches us kindness.
I notice that rest changes my thinking in a very good way. When I am tired, every problem looks big and heavy. But when I rest, those problems suddenly look smaller and easier to handle. It feels like I can see everything more clearly and calmly. Rest helps me think with love instead of fear. Rest really changes the mind.
I know that feeling very well. Because when I am tired, everything feels impossible. I get frustrated fast, and I lose motivation. But after a rest day, I feel fresh, positive, and excited again. I think rest gives us hope and inspiration. When life becomes too loud, rest turns the volume down. I love the quiet hours when I can feel peace inside.
Rest days also help my heart feel lighter. When I am tired, my emotions get heavy and I can cry even for small things. But after rest, I feel like my heart floats and shines again. I feel more open and happy to talk to people. I feel more loving and more gentle with myself and others. Rest heals the heart.
Yes, emotional rest is very important because life can be heavy sometimes. Even small problems can hurt us deeply when we are tired. But after we rest, we can accept things with more peace and balance. Our emotions become soft, forgiving, and calm again. Rest refreshes not only the body, but the mind and the feelings. That is why rest is a form of love.
So for me, a rest day is more than just free time. It is a gift for the mind, the body, and the heart. It makes life feel warm and meaningful again. Rest gives me the strength to continue my journey without losing myself. I think everyone should respect rest and give time for it. Rest is not luxury, it is necessity.
I feel the same because rest takes care of the invisible parts of us. People cannot see stress, but it grows inside until we stop and rest. A rest day cleans our mind and feelings and gives us new light. It helps us be strong, happy, and healthy in every area of life. I believe rest is part of success, not the opposite of success. Life becomes beautiful again when we allow ourselves to rest.
On a rest day, I like to start with a slow breakfast because it makes me feel peaceful. I sit at the table, breathe deeply, and enjoy every bite of food without hurry. Sometimes I listen to soft music or watch the sunlight come through the window. I do not rush to finish, and that slow feeling makes me happy. Eating calmly feels like taking care of myself. It is a simple moment, but it feels special on a rest day.
My rest day also starts with a nice breakfast because food tastes better when I am relaxed. I like to make something simple, like eggs or toast, and eat it slowly. I love drinking coffee and thinking about nothing important. I enjoy the silence around me and feel the stress disappear. Breakfast on a rest day feels like a small celebration of comfort. It reminds me that life is not only work.
After breakfast, I sometimes take a long shower because warm water makes me feel new again. I wash away tiredness and stress from the week. I feel relaxed when the water touches my skin and my mind becomes clear. It is like cleaning not only the body but also the heart. After a shower, I feel light, soft, and emotionally warm. It is one of my favorite parts of a rest day.
I love long showers on rest days too, because they feel like a personal spa. The water helps my muscles relax and my thoughts become calm. I often close my eyes and enjoy the warmth without thinking about time. When I come out, I feel fresh, peaceful, and ready to enjoy the rest of the day. It is a simple action, but it brings big comfort to my body and mind. A shower is like a soft reset for the whole person.
On many rest days, I like to watch movies or TV shows that make me feel good. I choose stories that are soft, happy, or funny because I want emotions that bring peace and joy. I sit on the sofa with a blanket and maybe some snacks. While watching, I forget about stress and just enjoy the moment. Movies feel like a little escape from the busy world. It is my way of giving entertainment to my heart.
I also enjoy watching movies on my rest day because it helps me relax without thinking. I choose something simple, warm, or emotional that makes me smile. I sit on the couch and let the story take me to another world for a while. It feels good to laugh or feel touched without any pressure. Stories help my emotions become light and happy. Watching movies is like emotional rest for me.
Sometimes I read a book on a rest day because reading brings quiet happiness. I love soft stories, true stories, and books about feelings and life. When I read, my mind becomes calm and focused on one thing only. It feels like traveling with my imagination without leaving home. Books make my heart peaceful and inspired. Reading on a rest day is one of the most beautiful feelings for me.
Reading is also special for me because it feels like a slow and thoughtful activity. I read slowly and enjoy each sentence like music for my mind. I forget about time when I read, and that makes me feel free. I learn new ideas or understand new emotions through stories. It is a soft way to feed the brain and the heart at the same time. Rest and reading fit perfectly together.
Sometimes a rest day is not about activities, but about doing nothing at all. I lie on the couch, look at the ceiling, and enjoy silence. I feel my body relaxing without effort or goals. It is nice to simply exist and feel comfortable in the moment. Doing nothing is powerful for healing the mind. I think we need more moments like that.
I do nothing on some rest days too, and it feels very healing. I sit quietly and let my thoughts come and go without controlling them. I breathe slowly and feel my body relax deeply. Time moves, but I don't feel pressure to move with it. It is peaceful to just be without plans or tasks. Doing nothing is not empty. It is full of peace.
Sometimes I like to cook something delicious on a rest day because cooking makes me happy. I choose food that I love, not food that is fast or convenient. I cut vegetables slowly, mix ingredients calmly, and enjoy the smell from the kitchen. Cooking becomes a fun activity, not a responsibility. Eating food I prepared with love gives me joy. It is a way of giving happiness to myself.
I enjoy cooking on a rest day as well because it feels relaxing to make something special. I play music in the kitchen and move at my own pace. I like the rhythm of chopping, mixing, and cooking slowly. It makes me feel creative and peaceful at the same time. Eating the meal afterward feels like a reward for my effort. Cooking becomes a happy moment instead of a chore.
Sometimes I take a walk on a rest day because fresh air makes me feel alive. I walk slowly and look around at trees, sky, and people. I feel connected to the world in a gentle and peaceful way. Walking helps me release negative thoughts and stress from my body. Nature makes me feel calm and grateful. A simple walk can change my whole mood.
I also love walking on rest days because movement without pressure feels good. I take slow steps and enjoy the feeling of the wind and the sound of birds. I look around and enjoy the world instead of rushing through it. A walk gives me space to think or not think at all. My body and mind both feel better afterward. Walking is a simple but powerful rest activity.
Sometimes I take a small nap during the day to recharge my energy. I love lying down for a short time with soft pillows and warm blankets. I close my eyes and let my mind drift away. Even a short sleep makes a big difference in how I feel. I wake up with a fresh mind and a relaxed body. A nap feels like a little reset button on a rest day.
Naps are part of my rest days too because they give me power for the rest of the day. I close the curtains and make the room comfortable and quiet. I sleep lightly and peacefully without guilt or pressure. When I wake up, I feel lighter and happier. It feels like my body says thank you for the extra rest. A nap is one of the best gifts I can give myself.
The most important thing about my rest day is that I do everything slowly and with love. I do not force myself to do anything, and I listen to what my body and mind want. If I want to move, I move. If I want to sit, I sit. If I want to sleep, I sleep. I respect my needs and emotions. Rest day is a day for myself, my comfort, and my peace. It is my time to heal.
The best part of my rest day is freedom, because I can choose what makes me happy. I do not think about schedules or responsibilities, and I do not judge myself. I pay attention to my feelings and do what feels good for my body and mind. I relax, recover, and become myself again. Rest day brings me joy, strength, and balance. It reminds me that life should feel good.
Another thing I love doing on a rest day is cleaning my room slowly and with music. I don't clean because I must, but because it feels good to make my space comfortable. I put things in order, wipe the table, and make my bed nicely. When my room looks clean, my mind also feels cleaner and lighter. I don't rush, I clean little by little and enjoy the process. A clean space gives me peace and calm feelings.
I also clean on rest days, but I call it relax cleaning because I move slowly and gently. I put on music I like and clean only the things that feel good to clean. I don't try to finish everything. I just enjoy the small progress. When my place becomes tidy, my heart feels happy. It's like I create a comfortable world for myself. Cleaning becomes a part of rest, not a job.
I sometimes write in a journal on a rest day because writing helps me understand my emotions. I write about what made me happy, what stressed me, and what I hope for. When I write my thoughts on paper, my mind becomes less heavy. I feel like I'm talking to myself with love. Writing makes me feel strong and confident. It is healing to see my feelings clearly.
Writing is also important for me because I like to write my reflections on rest days. I write about my week, my dreams, and things I want to improve. When I write, I feel honest and real with myself. I understand my feelings more and see my problems in a softer way. It helps me let go of stress and negative thoughts. Writing is like emotional rest for me.
Sometimes I spend time with family or friends on a rest day because being with loved ones gives me warmth. We talk about simple things and enjoy being together. I don't need to pretend or be strong. I can just be myself. We laugh, share food, and make happy memories. Spending time with people I love is another kind of rest. It fills my heart with comfort and love.
I also enjoy seeing family or friends on a rest day because social rest is important too. We talk slowly, enjoy snacks, and laugh without stress or pressure. It feels good to be around people who care about me. I don't need to think about work or problems, just enjoy the moment. I feel supported, understood, and peaceful. Rest is even better when we don't feel alone.
Sometimes I take a small nap during the day to recharge my energy. I love lying down for a short time with soft pillows and warm blankets. I close my eyes and let my mind drift away. Even a short sleep makes a big difference in how I feel. I wake up with a fresh mind and a relaxed body. And that feels like a little reset button on a rest day.
Rest days are important because our bodies cannot work all the time. When we rest, our muscles recover and our energy returns. Without rest, we feel weak, tired, and sometimes even sick. Rest protects our health in a simple but powerful way. It helps us feel strong again. Taking care of the body through rest is love and respect for ourselves.
Rest is important for the body because the body needs time to repair itself. When we sleep, relax, and move slowly, the body can fix muscles and release stress. If we never rest, our body becomes slow and painful, and everything becomes harder. Rest helps us feel comfortable in our own body again. It helps us feel strong again. Taking care of the body through rest is love and respect for ourselves.
Rest days are also important for the mind because thinking all the time is exhausting. When we rest, our brain becomes quiet and clear. Good ideas come more easily after rest, not during stress. When I don't rest, my mind becomes confused and unfocused. But after a rest day, I think faster and make better decisions. Rest makes the mind bright and sharp.
The mind works better after rest because thoughts need space to breathe. When we take a break, we stop forcing our brain to work nonstop. The brain organizes information quietly during rest. That is why solutions and creativity often appear after resting. Without rest, everything feels heavy and complicated. Rest is smart, not lazy.
Rest days are also important for the emotions because feelings need time to calm down. If we don't rest, small problems feel big and painful. We become angry, sad, or stressed easily when we are tired. But after rest, our hearts become softer and kinder. We understand our emotions more clearly and with more love. Rest makes our hearts happy and balanced.
Emotional rest is powerful because emotions control how we experience life. When we don't rest, we hurt inside even if life is okay. But when we rest, we grow patience, kindness, and happiness. We become nicer to ourselves and to others. Rest makes love inside the heart stronger. It helps us feel good about life again.
Rest days are important because they prevent burnout. Burnout happens when we work too much and care too little about our well-being. Burnout makes us feel empty, hopeless, and tired of everything. But regular rest protects us from that problem. It refreshes us before stress becomes too heavy. Rest protects our future, not just our present.
Many people think they don't have time to rest, but they really don't have time not to rest. Without rest, people burn out and lose motivation completely. Then work becomes slow and painful, and life becomes unhappy. But with rest, we stay strong, motivated, and positive. Rest supports success, health, and happiness. It is an investment, not a waste.
Rest days are also important because they give time for joy and hobbies. Life is not only about working and paying bills. We need time to enjoy music, movies, nature, family, or simple fun. Without rest, we forget what we love and who we are. Rest reminds us of our interests, dreams, and passions. It connects us to our real life.
Rest gives us time to remember what makes life meaningful. We are not machines that only work, we are humans who need joy and connection. When we rest, we enjoy activities that make us smile and feel alive. That happiness gives us motivation for the next days. A rested person works better, loves better, and lives better. Rest makes life richer.
Rest also improves relationships because tired people often speak with anger or sadness. When we rest, we are more patient and loving with family, friends, and coworkers. We communicate more softly and listen more. Rest helps us avoid conflict and misunderstanding. A rested heart is kinder and more understanding. Rest makes relationships stronger.
I agree, because when I am tired, I get irritated easily and hurt people with my words. But after I rest, I feel calm and gentle, and I speak with kindness. Good rest gives me emotional control and empathy. It makes me a better partner, friend, and person. Relationships grow when people feel rested and safe. Rest helps us love better.
Rest days also help us remember that we are human, not robots. When we are too busy, we forget our feelings, our needs, and our dreams. Rest makes us reconnect with ourselves and our inner world. It gives us time to think, feel, and simply exist. It reminds us that our value is not only in work or productivity. Rest reminds us that we matter.
Rest shows that we deserve comfort and happiness, not only work and responsibility. When we rest, we show respect to ourselves and our lives. It teaches us that we are not alive only to work, we are alive to experience joy too. Rest teaches us balance between effort and peace. It helps us grow in success without losing health and happiness. Rest is human.
One more reason rest is important is that it gives us energy to enjoy life, not just survive it. With rest, we can laugh, smile, play, and dream. Without rest, we only work and wait for the day to end. Rest turns life into something pleasant and meaningful. It brings color back into our days. Rest helps us live, not just exist.
Rest gives us the power to celebrate life instead of struggling through it. It helps us wake up with motivation instead of fear. When we rest, we have energy to love, learn, grow, and create. Rest gives power to every part of life, body, mind, and heart. It allows us to be the best version of ourselves. That is why rest is not optional, it is essential.
I feel that rest days help us think more clearly. When I am tired, my mind is sometimes slow and confused. But after a rest day, I feel fresh and I can focus better. I can study more easily and I can work faster without stress. A rest day is not only for the body, it is also for the mind. I think we need quiet time to breathe and relax. It makes life feel brighter and happier again.
I agree with you completely, and I feel the same way. When I work too much, I start to forget simple things, and I make mistakes. But after resting, I feel strong and sharp again, like my brain wakes up. I notice that I smile more, and I feel kinder to people after I rest. Rest days make us calm and patient again. They help us control our emotions and feel peaceful. A rested mind is a healthy mind.
Rest days also protect our physical health. When our body is tired, it needs time to recover, or we can get sick. If we never stop and rest, we can feel pain in our back, head, or legs. Sometimes the body gives small signals like heavy eyes or low energy, and we should listen to them. Resting is not lazy. Resting is healing. It is a way to love our own body. We become stronger because we rest.
You are so right, and I want more people to understand that message. Many people think they need to work every day to be successful, but that is not true. When we take a rest day, we take care of our health and our future. A strong body and mind can work better the next day and the next week. We should not feel guilty for relaxing because rest gives us power. A balanced life needs both work and relax time. Without rest, life becomes too heavy.
I like how you say rest gives us power, because I really feel that. After a rest day, I feel like I can start again with new energy, new ideas, and new hope. I feel excited about life, and I feel ready to try hard again. Rest days make me feel grateful and proud of my progress. I think we should celebrate our rest days like special holidays. We should enjoy them without rushing or thinking about work. Rest is not a break from life. Rest is part of life.
I think this is a beautiful way to look at rest. Every rest day is a gift we give to ourselves, and we deserve it. When we are kind to our body and mind, we can live a long and happy life. We can love our work more because we feel good inside. We can love the people around us more because we have energy to give. A good rest day makes tomorrow stronger, brighter, and more positive. Rest is not running away. Rest is preparing for success.
Today's podcast made me feel really happy and calm. Talking about rest days reminded me that it is okay to slow down and take care of myself. I sometimes forget to rest because I want to do everything fast, but now I want to remember to relax more. I feel proud that we talked about this topic because many people need to hear it. I hope our listeners also understand that rest is not lazy, rest is important and necessary. I really want everyone to enjoy their rest days without any stress or worry. A healthy life needs love, work, and also rest.
Yes, I also feel very good after this conversation. I think we sent a strong message to everyone who works hard every day. We want them to know that taking a rest day is normal, healthy, and very important. We care about our listeners, and we want them to feel happy and balanced in life. I hope they give themselves permission to stop, breathe, and enjoy quiet time. Rest brings more energy, more strength, and more positivity for tomorrow. I am thankful for this podcast and for every person who listens to us.
Before we say goodbye, I want to give one final message to our listeners. You are doing your best, and you deserve time to relax and enjoy life. You don't need to earn rest. You already deserve it because you are human. Take time to sleep, take time to enjoy a hobby, and take time to do nothing if you want to. Life is not only about working. Life is also about feeling good. We hope your next rest day is full of peace, comfort, and happiness. Thank you for spending time with us today.
I want to say thank you too. Thank you for listening and for trusting us with your time. We are always happy to share warm and helpful conversations with you. Please remember to take care of your heart, your body, and your mind. You are important, and your rest is important too. We can't wait to talk again on our next podcast together. Until then, enjoy your day and enjoy your rest.
So, this is the end of today's podcast. I feel grateful and connected to everyone who listened. Rest is simple, but it changes everything in our life. I hope people feel comfort and strength after hearing today's episode. We are always here to talk about topics that touch real life and real feelings. Thank you again for being with us today. Have a wonderful rest day and see you next time.
Yes, this is the end of our episode, and my heart feels warm. I'm happy we could share kindness and positivity with you today. Please remember that you are allowed to stop and take care of yourself anytime. Rest is not weakness, rest is power and love. We will return with another episode full of emotions, learning, and friendly conversation. Thank you for listening to us until the very end. Take care and goodbye for now.